Hi everybody and welcome to our fishing report for this week. Well, isn't it good to see salmon around? Well, I tell you, places like the Waimakariri have had pretty good numbers, and certainly for this time of year. Remember, the Waimakariri is a March river. That's the time when most of the fish come back, and to have as many fish as been caught in the last week and this time of year is really good news, especially when you consider the last couple of years which have been on the pretty dodgy side. So I'm just hoping that the Rakaia fishing contest will back that up with reasonable numbers caught. Though it does look like we might be just in for a bit of a fresh. Remember, a fresh is a good thing when you're salmon fishing, because what happens is immediately after the river has peaked, as it drops down, the fishing just gets better, and you often get a couple of days where the salmon are real bitey. When it gets too low and clear and too warm, it's surprising how hard they can be to catch. Well, I hope you've caught up with our latest podcast where we had Rasmus Gabrielson from Fishing Game explaining a lot of the direction of where fishing is going in the next wee while. And I think that that will help allay a lot of fears and give you some sense of direction. I'm incredibly positive about where it's going. We've got the most astounding fishing in our area. You know, I'm one who just loves getting out there and making it happen, and I certainly have been fishing quite a lot lately. Admittedly, I've been mainly chasing trout, and that's because there are just enormous fish in the backcountry at the moment. Mouse fishery is still right there, and I know that for me, I took a day out, had a wonderful time. I caught fish both on soft baits and on dry flies, fish over 10 pound, and quite honestly, I can't wait to do it all over again. I am waiting for those rivers to come right after this last fresh, and I'll be out there again. So get out there and do it. We're in New Zealand, for goodness sake. So many people want to travel around the world to get here just to do our fishing. Well, it's on our back doorstep. Though I will say this, a lot of people are out there doing our fishing right at the moment, and sometimes you feel like you need to know a few foreign languages in order to do it. I guess one of the things that we might have to look at in the future is the fact that these people who have protracted the lengths of time on our shores also tend to dominate fisheries which are traditionally for our local anglers, and they might be on a place for 4 or 5 days or 4 or 5 nights, and that can lead to a bit of frustration. So I know that we're going to probably talk about that, and it's probably a good topic to bring up at this point and see if we can get something that's going to bring resolution on it. When it comes to the sea fishing around the coast, gee, there's a lot of rig out there. If you have a chance, go out there and do some surf casting. I can't believe the quality and size of the fish that are out there. And if you've never eaten rig, well, you think you've never eaten rig, I've got to ask you, have you eaten fish and chips with good fish in the fish and chips? Chances are it was rig. So get out there, come and talk to us. We'll show you some of the techniques that you need in order to catch them. We might even give you a couple of spots, not necessarily all the best ones, but we'll give you enough to get you out there to have a good time. Come and see us here, won't you? We're at 484 Cranford Street. Love to be able to talk with it. If you've got any comments on what's happening in the general fishing area, please feel free to leave comments, especially if you look at that podcast and see what's happening in the future for Fishing Game. We're always interested in that. It's an ongoing thing. My whole desire is to make sure that we've got the people who are running the fishery and those who enjoy the fishery really well connected as to what's going on, so we do not have the old smoke and mirrors and the Chinese whispers about what's supposedly going on. Come and see us 484 Cranford Street, or online of course on our various platforms. See you then.